Hey, good evening, YouTube. I'm back with a new modification to my 2009 Audi A4. I've currently been restoring this car with upgraded turbo, exhaust, tune, just some things that I wanted to do to make this car a little bit more modern. It has been neglected over the last 5 years or so. I haven't driven it at all. I actually gave it to my cousin who was in high school for his junior and senior year, I think maybe. And I just have had this car sitting. I've always had just brand new cars through the companies that I work for typically. So I decided during this quarantine this would be a good time to take on a project. I had been itching for a project, so I said I got a great platform sitting in the garage with this B8 Audi. I figured I'd go ahead and do the modification that I just listed. One of the other modifications that I wanted to do was an Android interface. I'm a big fan of the Android audio systems. I have one in my Z28 project car, and I think that it's fantastic. It's the simplest and cheapest way to get a modern multimedia interface, just as good or better than what you get from a lot of OEMs. So this car being a 2009, that was the last thing about this car that was really dated that I think needed to be upgraded. So what I did is I ran the rear camera clean. You can't see any wires. I ran I have the GPS antenna going up headliner. I just need to bolt it up. I just need to clean the glass before I do that. So one of the things that I noticed about these navigation systems, these Androids for this, they can range anywhere from $350 to $750. And if you know anything about me, I'm one of the people that I've been modifying and restoring cars for the last 15 years, and one of the things that I've never done is spend a lot of money on car parts when there's cheaper options. So I'm the guy that'll get the $300 exhaust system. You can't always go cheap, but when you have items that are coming from the same place with the same designs, in a lot of instances they're exactly the same, or very similar, or at least you can't justify paying double the price for it. So I made an offer on this eBay Android screen, which still has the protective film on it. If it looks a little bit hazy, it's not. I made an offer of $330 shipped. This is a 2 gig of memory, 32 gigabytes of ROM, so hard drive space. And he accepted the $330 offer. He shipped it right away. He asked for a picture of my dash so that he could make sure that he gave me the right connections. And it came in 2 weeks from China using eBay SpeedPack. So the shipping and the transaction was extremely fast. It's a super simple install. Everything just goes through the glove box area. All the connectors came and are very easy to route in this car. And as soon as I turned the car on, everything fired up and worked perfect. So just wanted to go through this really quick for anybody that's interested in having a system like this but not forking out the cash. One of the reservations that I had was reading a lot of the negative reviews or the problems that people had, and my thought was if I get the cheaper one I'm more likely to have those issues. But I read that some of the more expensive systems, people have multiple issues with noise and camera issues and all different kinds of lights. I haven't had any of those problems. So I just want to run through this system really quick. So I can go in here to my apps. I've only downloaded a couple. I use YouTube Music. So it'll bring up my playlist here. Sound quality is really good. It's just as good as the Symphony that I had in here. I can't tell a difference in the sound. No noise whatsoever. And then I can scroll through here. Go to my navigation. Another cool thing that I like, what I love about this is I can go back in to my Audi interface. I can go to my stereo. Everything works just as it should, etc. can go into my music. This is a stock track that came on here. I can go into my Bluetooth. It's very smooth. It's very touchy. So I got all my contacts. I have my call histories. I have my pairing, so my phone. I can play music through my phone and it'll come up on this screen, which is pretty cool. This feature seems kind of useless to me. It's in kilometers, etc. It's not American. And the backup camera. It's just pointing right at my garage door, but what's cool about it is even when I turn the wheel, if I open the garage, start the car, and then put it in reverse, you can see the lines turn. Which is pretty cool. So my initial thought of this system is that it's fantastic. It's a great deal. And if you can make that guy an offer for $330, you get everything that you need to hook this up. You don't need to hook up the backup camera, but I'm just used to having one. So I paid like $11 shipped on Amazon for that. So yeah, it's great. I would highly recommend it.